Good morning, sir. This is Shruti from CSE. Since you already mentioned earlier that the expenditure we spend on education is more, but the outcomes are disastrous or poor. So, how can we utilize the same expenditure so that we can ensure the quality education for everyone?
Your name?
Shruti, sir.
Shruti, thank you.
Thank
Great
you.
question. It's one of a beautiful example. We are spending money. Let's take school education. Andhra Pradesh is spending 90,000 rupees per child per year. Do you know that? You take the total expenditure per year on school education. You take the total number of children in schools. There's no genius here. Simple arithmetic. How much they're spending is known. How many kids are there or no? You divide them. 90,000 rupees per child. Now 90,000, I guarantee you, is a pretty decent amount of money. Actually, 35 to 40,000, around 50,000, you can give very good education in India. There are schools giving 20,000, 25,000 very good education in India. It's not possible at 5,000, 6,000. So money is not a problem. Two, do the kids want to study? Are the kids intelligent? There's no doubt whatsoever. Indian kids are as bright as anybody else. Three, do the parents care? I already mentioned this, you all know. None of you would have been here without your parents. They love you to death. They do whatever it takes to give you a chance in life. They sacrifice enormous sums even when they don't have enough. They postpone their needs. And they spend, I have seen a taxi driver who was driving me around in Bangalore a couple of months ago when I went for a conference. He told me that he was spending for his child in preschool education 80,000 rupees per year. And in his family, he and his brother, they all live together in the same house. His brother has two kids, the three of them together, three kids. That family, poor family, is spending 250,000 rupees. What more can you ask of society? Society values education. You get into Stanley College, from here you get placements, you get into IAS or something. How much of publicity, adulation? No other country gives you that. So we have all the ingredients for good education. అంగట్లో అన్నీ ఉన్నాయి. కంప్లీట్ చేస్తారా సామెత ఎవరన్నా? అల్లుడి నోట్లో శని ఉన్నది. So this is not a problem where, my God, where is the money? My God, where are the classrooms? My God, where are the teachers? That's not a problem. I'm not saying everything is perfect. We have, for every 16 or 17 children in schools in South India, we have one teacher. So teacher-student ratio is excellent. That we mess it up is a different thing. There are schools where with 4 kids, there are 2 teachers. There are schools with 200 kids, there is 1 teacher. That's our stupidity. Teachers exist. Children exist. If I don't know how to manage, what kind of IAS you are saying? IAS, go to IAS. Well, these IAS fellows are doing this. See, it's not IAS or APS or anything. What are we doing with our resources, whether human or monetary or material? So when everything is good, there are many things to be done, obvious, but one central issue. Now how to think, the principle level, what is the lever here? The demand side is extremely strong. Shruti? Demand side is extreme. You understand demand side? That I want good education. The child, the parents, the teachers, the management, the society, the demand is very strong. Supply is terrible. Why? Because the definition of success, what is success in Stanley Engineering College? What is success in 10th grade, 5th grade? We defined it terribly. You mug up, you copy, you get marks. You mug up 3 years past question papers, you get first class. Is that not university education? Let's be truthful. Yes. If that is education, how can you be better? So the definition of success is terrible. And the evaluation, the measurement is horrible. Either rote learning or mass copying is enough. Now imagine, just change that. There are many things to be changed, but change this one thing. Even if nothing else is changed. You define the outcome that I want critical thinking. That I want at the school level, not merely rote learning, but ability to grasp concepts. Not merely grasping concept, but ability to apply the concept to actually solve a problem. Ability to apply logic and derive a conclusion from the given facts. That's what science is. Science is not formula. Science is not x equals ut plus half a t square. Science is application of logic. From the observed data, come to rational conclusions. Ability to communicate effectively. You communicate or you learn. This is what education is, school education. You design a test in that manner. And there are many tests. PISA. There is a global test called PISA, Program for International Students Assessment. Many countries participate, once in a few years they do it, to measure outcomes and compare their children with others at the age of 15. India participated. You know what India's score was? India's ranking was out of 74 countries? 73rd. Our kids are much better than that. In India, if let's say 10% people know, more than half of them are because of me, because I kept hammering all over the country, hoping that the fellows in government, our IAS officers and politicians, they will do what is required. You know what the government did? They said, henceforth, India shall not participate in these surveys. They stopped participating. After that, they never participated until now, for 13 years now. That is our response. Instead of saying, why are our kids not doing well? Our kids are bright, they're intelligent, they're hardworking, parents sacrifice. Why are our kids not doing well? No. We pretend we are doing well by not participating in a global comparison, benchmark. That's not the answer. Supposing I make something like the PISA test, or SAT or ACT test, or some other test, which actually doesn't impose pressure, no rote learning, no memory, but application of concept, stress-free, but based on your understanding and application. Supposing I measure that. Only caveat is, I must measure honestly. I would not have had to say this 25 years ago, but today mass copying is so rampant, I must also say not only should the test be sensible, it must be honestly administered. I'm sure we are not incapable of honest administration. I know it's difficult in today's India. I guarantee you, even if nothing else changes, because everybody in India wants success, but success now is defined differently, measured differently. You as teachers, the kids themselves, the parents, the managements, everybody will figure out a way. When the demand side is strong. It doesn't apply everywhere. I can't apply the same principle in some other country where education is not treasured at all. But this is one, when you say leverage, levers, thinking. Otherwise, what do we say? More classrooms. Of course, there are more classrooms needed. More bathrooms, by all means. More teachers, by all means. All that we have done. What happened? Zero. Think. So, Shruti, I guarantee you, education can be dramatically improved in this country in about 5 years' time. And the education policy at long last has recognized it. But just because they have a nice policy doesn't mean things happen. There are 30 crore children in India, 26 crore in schools, 4 crore in colleges like you.
Sir, I'm having a direct question about that, sir.
Let me just complete this sentence. So, it must be a movement. The national government, the state governments, the managements, the parents, the kids and others. That's why I'm harping. Don't worry too much of, your management will be very worried. No, what is this? No, we have called this old man and is giving or poisoning our children's minds. But trust me, today you may think this is a bad idea, but this is the only idea worth pursuing.
Sir, I'm glad to report to you, sir, what you are saying is our effort.
Good. I'm delighted. Okay? Thank you. Yes, ma'am.